Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I want to remind everybody before we get going, the Link to AI conference that I'm going to be at is on February 18th. It's in San Jose at the Link to headquarters. Tim Draper is going to be there. I'm looking forward to meeting him. I've never actually met him in person. Brad Combs is going to be there as well, and I think they're having Ray Fuentes is doing an XRP meetup out there, I think the day before. So going to be an interesting trip. Now, okay, so the market had been pulling back, and then all of a sudden it started coming back a little bit. It looks like it's kind of pulling back again now. We're going to talk about, once we get to daixrp.com, I got an interesting thing I'm going to talk about in there. I'm going to talk about the list of all the, well, before I get in there, I'm going to talk about the list. Since 2013, what are the news items that caused the crypto and Bitcoin market to crash more than any news items in the history of crypto? And that's going to lead us into another discussion in daixrp.com that you're not going to want to miss. Okay. First, I mentioned this in the last video, but many of you have never seen it. This is Tika Tawari. He was on Glenn Beck's show. I think it was back in 2019-ish. And I covered it. I was talking earlier this morning about how Jamie Dimon just happens to come out on Sunday and talk bad about Bitcoin. And then today, well, actually, I'll show you. Hold on. So yesterday, I had put out this uncomfortable truth time. Bitcoin is living proof that all a digital asset needs to go up in value is a full-time Wall Street crypto mainstream marketing machine pushing it and be left alone by regulators. Dogecoin also proves it with what's happening since Elon Musk started mentioning it. I believe XRP for the first time since December 2020 is about to get both plus actual utility. It's on like Donkey Kong in 2025. So I said up here, yesterday Jamie Dimon goes on 60 Minutes propaganda arm and says Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. Markets go down. CNBC propaganda arm then has ex-JP Morgan Tom Lee on to say that this is a great buy-in. This is how Wall Street plays the game. This is Tom Lee today.
Those folks who are watching who are not in Bitcoin or are thinking about buying Bitcoin at these prices, are you saying that this is a fair and good price to get in, or are you saying wait because you think it's going farther?
Is something you need to be long-term focused. I don't think anyone's going to lose money buying here at 90. If they're trying to time this, maybe they'll get lucky and it goes to 70. But to me, Bitcoin could be significantly higher this year, maybe 200, 250. So I think 90 is still a good entry point.
And remember, Tom Lee is the same guy who I called him out a long time ago. He's one of these same people who went out and played like he didn't understand Ripple and he wasn't a big believer in Ripple and all that. And same guy used to be with JP Morgan. I'm sure that's a coincidence, right? Just like Ryan Selkis used to be with JP Morgan. How about this? So this is from that Glenn Beck show from 2019-ish.
On September 12th, Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud. He says he'll fire anyone, traders buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops 24%. When Jamie Dimon speaks, people listen. So that weekend, we found out that the largest buyer of a Bitcoin fund that's in Europe that buys physical Bitcoin, right? The largest buyer was Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan. And that's not illegal.
He says it's a fraud.
It says you fire anyone that buys it. Yes.
And at the same time, his company is buying it.
His company is buying it.
It's just, so unethical.
Okay. So the point is they're crashing altcoins on purpose. All this is manipulation stuff, folks. but manipulation that can drive it down can also drive it up. Remember that. Okay. Then there was this from Bitwise. Advisors are awakening to crypto's potential like never before. The percentage of advisors allocating to crypto in client accounts doubled from 11% to 2023 in 2023 to 22% in 2024. I called this, folks. I remember when they were putting out articles from Goldman Sachs saying that Bitcoin was going to zero. But I'm sure they were buying too. Look at this. Here, who are the top contenders for the Donald Trump Crypto Council? I asked Grok for this. Look at the first one. Ripple, Kraken, Circle are among crypto companies vying for seats on the council. Representatives of these companies show interest, with Ripple, Kraken, Circle executives explicitly mentioned in discussions around the council's formation. Paradigm Andreessen Horowitz, Coinbase CEO, Circle CEO, former regulatory officials like Heath Tarbert, Brian Quinitz, David Sachs, former CFTC chair Chris Giancarlo, who was at XRP Las Vegas, Bo Hines. 2025 is crypto's year, folks. This guy says, you'll realize you got a gift here from the pullback. Problem is, human psychology doesn't allow you to recognize it as such. And he said Bitcoin and Ethereum. I said, you're on target, but XRP. Crypto Insight UK, this guy's all over it. He's got several good tweets. Big volume, mid-range bounce. I'm in here. Then he says XRP is about to send it hard. Then he says XRP ETH breakout. I'll take all the above. Chad Steingraber, or Graber maybe. XRP open interest is breaking all-time highs against 5.37 billion, primed and ready. Just in Tether USD to relocate to El Salvador. I'm sure it's nothing. Okay, so now let's look at this, because what is the saying? If you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it. Now, I believe that if you look at this list, several patterns emerge, and I'm going to talk about the last pattern because I have a prediction for. Well, let's go through it, and then I'll tell you. I'll begin to tell you. Okay. Since 2013, which news items have crashed crypto the most? 1. China's Bitcoin ban. China and Russia have probably announced they're banning it in various ways 10 times since 2013. I've been here. 2, Mt. Gox hack and collapse. 3, the Dow hack. 4, China's ICO ban, 2017. So they banned Bitcoin in 2013, did an ICO ban in 2017. Both of them were fake, by the way, I think. Terra Luna collapse. FTX collapse. Okay? So all of these involved either frauds, crimes, or fake news. Okay? Now, there's one that I haven't shown you yet. When I scroll down, you might get it. Number 7, Elon Musk's influence on crypto market. Although not a single news item, Elon Musk's announcements and tweets significantly impacted the market, particularly with Tesla's decision to stop accepting Bitcoin for vehicle purchases due to environmental concerns in May 2021, which was followed by a 50% crash in Bitcoin's value in subsequent weeks. One thing I do not think that people have, some probably have. In fact, I think it was Chad Steingraber. He was predicting that Trump would announce Ripple as the greatest company or something to that effect. Well, guess what? My prediction is that it's Trump and or Elon Musk that all of the sudden starts mentioning Ripple and or XRP. That's what I believe. Now in DAIXRP.com, I'm going to show you some of the reasons why You could call some of it conspiracy, but I've seen enough pieces of the puzzle, and then I saw another one today that really start to make you think. And I'll give you you can call it a conspiracy theory, I'll give you my theory, and why I believe that Trump and or Elon Musk will in some form or fashion acknowledge XRP and Ripple going into 2025, and it will be glorious. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family, away we go.